Welcome to another edition of the Soy Checkoff Check-In. I am your host and the host of AgriTalk, Chip Flory. We are going to be talking about on-farm research that is sponsored by the Checkoff efforts with Ed Lammers. Ed is a 9-year director of the United Soybean Board and is a member of the executive committee right now. He grows soybeans, corn, alfalfa, and rye, and has 200 head of mama cows out in Nebraska, where he farms with his wife and his kids. Ed, welcome to the Soy Checkoff Check-In.
Yeah, good to be here, Chip.
Excellent. So how are things right now on your farm? Are things off and running already this spring?
Yeah, we're doing a lot of field prep right now. We're kind of a little early for planting yet, but the calendar's coming fast, and soil conditions are pretty pristine, actually. Need it to be a little warmer, but good moisture to get things started.
Excellent. Excellent. That's not the case everywhere in Nebraska, is it? The state's generally on the dry side.
Yeah, I would agree. There's several strips through Nebraska. You get out west far, they're pretty dry. And you can get a little south and east, and they're pretty dry. So it is variable. Yep.
How are farmer attitudes this spring as they get ready to put the seed in the ground?
Well, we're always optimistic, you know that, Chip, as well as anybody else. We're looking for some challenges ahead of us and marketing opportunities, right? So we keep paying attention to what we can control and do the best we can, and look for those opportunities, right?
Absolutely. Fantastic. Keep your eyes open for them and grab them when they come along. Okay, Ed, one of the goals of the USB and the Checkoff is to help farmers become more efficient, and part of that includes some on-farm research efforts. Talk to me about those investments.
The United Soybean Boards have really paid attention to what we can do for soybean production in the United States and best management practices, on-farm research, universities research. Lately, what we've seen is that there's a real drive for microbial activity. So we're looking at bio additives that would make sure we get our soils healthy, but we also got to know what's in our soils. That's the biggest starting point, I believe, with biologicals. You got to know what your soils actually have. And I think it's a part of education, and United Soybean Board is filling in that position. So with that activity, we got soil carbon enrichment, we got soil drainage that we're looking at, and then also, a sustainable soil structure. So, like no-till, cover crops, all those. So there's a lot of different opportunities to maximize what we can produce, but it really starts with knowing what you have in your soil.
Yeah, don't just go out there and dump a bunch of biologicals on there and expect results. Know what results you are trying to achieve and what you have to do to get there. And like you said, knowing what's in the dirt before you start doing that is absolutely critical in that.
Also, Chip, I think you need to document and keep good records of what you've done, what you've seen, and then adjust. Keep adjusting. Farmers are pretty good at adjusting. So
Perfect. What are some of the key partnerships that really make this work, and how do they benefit farmers?
Well, we got a program called Better Together right now, and Better Together is a Soybean Research Information Network, Science for Success Crop Production Network. We have the Cyst Nematode Coalition, and so we're all kind of making sure we're aware of what we're trying to achieve, and then what each one of those partners part of the puzzle to fit all together. So it's a more of a communication, and I think USB is in a great position to make sure or to watch or help facilitate those outcomes.
Fantastic. Ed, thank you so much for making some time for us.
You bet, Chip. Everybody out there, just be safe and get things done as you need. So
fantastic. That is Ed Lammers, Nebraska farmer and a 9-year USB director. Ed currently serves on the executive committee. Thank you for listening. If you would like more information on some of the on-farm research funded by the Checkoff, head over to www.unitedsoybean.org. That wraps up this edition of the Soy Checkoff Check-In. I'm your host, Chip Flory. Now, let's get back to AgriTalk.